There we go, here's our beehive. As you can see, they're happily going in there. It's getting nice and close, have a look. There it is. Okay everybody, here we are, we're down the woods. My second top of our hive. Just going to do a full inspection. Just going to take out the first board, more so I can position my camera. So let's pop that to there. In theory I can set my camera. There we go. Let's get this leveled. There we go. Right. There we go. A bit of smoke. Start at the end. Total we've got, just so you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 bars in here. Last time I was here, I added 4. So it could be 15 plus the extra 4, which I don't know how full they're going to be. Let's have a look. So there's the first bar, slightly lopsided and totally full of honey. Get to a point and that's full, that can be cut comb because that's pretty much virgin comb, if that makes sense. A bit of smoke. Let's move on to number 2.
Looking. See.
So again, it's looking, but by and large, that also is honey and stores. Right, let's go into the next one. Move the camera forward a tad. Is this working? Difficult to tell. Right, frame 3. This is frame 3. As you can see, lots of brood on there. And there, that's looking great. Bees nice and calm. Particularly after a little toot of smoke, which they're about to get. There we go, just across the top, a little bit of smoke. Let's press on to the next frame. Frame 4, where I went to school. Wow, another great frame. I'm looking for the queen, but annoyingly, I've not brought my pen to marker. That's looking great too, a little bit close to the camera. So that's frame 4. Right, let's have a little look. Next one, it's a little bit stuck, so we just need a little bit of jiggery pokery just to get that out. There we go. So looking again, brood on both sides. That looks great. And while I'm here, I'm just going to dislodge this bit of comb that's down there, just to encourage them not to stick it to the sides. There we go, that's looking good. Move the camera forward. I'm up to frame number 6. Now what I might do is just take out a frame at the end. Oh, there is no space. Benefit from adding an extra empty frame in there somewhere. Then we'll come back to that. So the next one, it's moving nicely. Again, lots of brood on that, and on the other side. Very calm, they're great. There we go. Toot of smoke across the top. Doesn't need much. Next one. This looks like what used to be a new empty frame, which has been nicely drawn out. Just check that that comes off nicely. Wow, look at that. And the other side. Looks great. Okay, I'm looking for the queen. having not brought my pen to marker for semi hardly worth the effort of looking for her. But let's see how we go. And you can see this one's just connected to the inside wall, so I'm just going to dislodge that. There you go. Not sure if it's connected there, doesn't feel like it. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be frame number 8, or bar number 8 technically. Just going to alter the angle of this camera a little bit. Might give it a little bit more purchase to see what's going on. Use that. Oh yeah, much better. So again, brood at the bottom. I'm going to hold that up to the light. For your own benefit. Not see any eggs in there, but it's pretty much a brood frame available to be laid into. Next one. Now this one also is slightly connected to the sides, so benefit from a little bit of that action. 2 to smoke across the top, doesn't need much. These are calm, beauties. Wow, frame's looking good. There's a brood on there again. See eggs and grubs in there as well, which is obviously good news. I mean, there's no indication there's any problem whatsoever with this hive. A little bit of cutting off that propolis. Let's move the camera forward a tad. There we go, straight to the tip. Again, a little chop on the side there. 2 to smoke across the top. There we go. And continue. Out it comes. More brood. Blah. Again, I'm looking for the queen, but seem to be finding her. Probably benefit from an extra frame in there. I'm going to do that quite now, because it will spoil the viewing pleasure. Well, just loosen it off. Wow, more again, and again. There you go. Don't know whether you can see that. Stripe of honey across the top. A bit of pollen and what have you in there. Ew. Next frame. This also looks like one of the newer frames to me. Ooh. Slightly overdid it with the smoke there. Clip it at the side. It's very much like new comb. Just be very careful with it. There it is, look. A very white brood on there, which indicates it's reasonably new, but not been trampled on quite so much. Also there's a few grubs which haven't been sealed over yet, so that's looking great too. Here you go, little man, here you go. It's a little minute actually go. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to go. What I'd like to do is add a couple of extra frames into this at some point. Just give them a bit more space. Wow, more of the same. Try to run this close to the camera if I can. I don't know whether you can see towards the edges. Some grubs in there. I've not seen the queen, though I must admit it's not something I'm concerned about. Oops. Alright, here he goes, number 5. Trying to remember which way around that was. I think it was that way actually. Jab it. Here we go. Bring the camera in further. Right. Bit too smooth across the top. Doesn't need much. This looks like another new frame to me. A new bar. There we go. Look, very white comb there. They're looking great. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go. At some point we'll reach the end of the colony, or the brood part of it. Oh, let's see if they're putting extra stores at the end. Just gonna cut that off the wall, just feel that. That's better. There we go, there's another frame. Changing direction. What do you mean? They're looking great. With the exception of the first frame, there's been brood on every single one of these bars, which is great news. Same again there. Hold this up. I have found the queen. Now remember, I have marked her. There she is, look. Pink dot on the back. Let's hold her right up to the camera. She is a beauty. Excellent. Right. 1, 2, 3 to go. Shift those out of the way. Move the camera. What have we got on these last 3 frames? There we go. More brood, more eggs. It's looking great too. Not really short of space because they can always increase the length of their comb. So maybe rather than adding 2 empty bars, I might just add the 1. 2 to go now. Here we go. Every frame is looking good. Look at that. That's that. And last but not least, let's push again. Push all that in nicely. So that's full of nectar and stores at the very end. Excellent. Right, just going to add 1 bar somewhere near the centre. A little bit of jiggery pokery. Pick up a few of these at once. Move all 4 of them over. And then take a clean bar. And there we go, and drop it in. And just for my own sanity, just going to add a little marker on that to remind myself what's going off when I return. Let's see if we can add a second one. So I'll take another 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, budging them across. 5 maybe. Let's take that out of the way. There we go. And somewhere in the centre, see whether we can add an extra one. Move the camera out of the way. Oops, sorry. There we go. Right, will it fit? A little bit of sort of action. There we go. And thus ends that inspection. 15 minutes on the nose.